Hey, I want to talk to you about your music, and you got a music video out there, and I want to talk about the story. And one of my favorite things about country music, even through the hard times, is some people are smart enough to use that to go help others, and then they write a song about it, and you did it, and you made a music video that we're going to share at the end. Do you mind talking a little bit about it?
I would love to, and I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to do that. 12 O'Clock in Texas is one of the most honest songs I ever wrote, and it's a true story. It's about the death of my brother Daniel, someone that
I mean,
was never really in the, oh, thank you. Daniel was never really in the spotlight or anything like that, but he worked behind the scenes with us, but he unfortunately, something I never understood, he developed a problem with heroin. I've never understood that. It's a drug that I've never done. I've never done those kind of things, but
Right.
it got a hold of Daniel pretty bad. And, despite trying to get him into rehab and trying to help him, it just wasn't enough. And he died alone in a hotel room here in Baton Rouge.
Oh,
And a
horrible.
lot of people have asked me, why 12 o'clock in Texas if Daniel died in Baton Rouge? Well, the honesty of that is when the grief hit me about Dan's death, I didn't really know how to deal with it. And my way of dealing with it was just to keep working. So instead of canceling tour dates, I just went on tour just to get out of this town and try to put it
Yeah.
behind me the only way I knew how. And that's when the song came to fruition, because we were coming home from a show one night, and it was a very clear night, and just a strong gale force wind come across the road, nearly knocked the vehicle off the road. And
Oh,
I remember looking at a bandmate and just saying that was the spirit of my brother saying goodbye. And I
Amazing.
woke up the next morning, and hey, thank you. And that's the truth, And I woke up the next day, and that's where the lyrics come from. And it's the only song that I've ever written where the song and the music video work together to tell the whole story of what happened.
Right. And music videos do help that. And I'm glad that you did that. And I'm glad that music videos can do that for everybody, because it really helps. It also helps you connect with your audience.
yes, sobriety is not just about alcohol. It's also so you may be reaching people that maybe will come across this video, and hopefully that will be the case
It will help
to help
them.
them to help both either help them heal if they went through the same thing, or maybe to let them see what their future can bring. So good for you, man. Using your music to get that message out there. Now you got some tour. You toured the world. That's a big
Yes.
deal. All out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Let's talk about that a little bit.
It's one of the great joys of being a musician for me. A lot of people don't like the road. I love the road. Ever since I was
You look like
ever,
you would love the road. I'm gonna just tell you, man. You look old school country. I love your look.
a good bit old school. Just listening to classic music like that, and all the heroes I had before my life. They all hit the road. And spending my life doing that, I've always just grown and grown and wanted to see more and more parts of the world. So I've been touring Europe a good bit over the past 5 years. I do a lot of touring with my friend, Mr. Florian Fox, in Switzerland. And we always go there once a year and do that. And, I've toured in Thailand. We went to Asia 2 times. And I'm
How are
excited
they
to say
receptive? I bet the Thailand in it. I bet that they're really looking at you like, wow, this guy's like legit country out of America. You look, I mean, and you are, but I bet their eyes are just wide, just thinking about like what a big
It's
deal
really
you
probably
are.
really cool for them to hear
To
authentic
hear
music like
that,
that.
that's amazing that that's a fan base out there.
well, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I wouldn't have thought there would have been when I first went. I was scared to death, to be honest, because going there, it just seemed like, we didn't speak each other's language. How would they relate
Right.
to what I'm saying? How would they even know the words I'm playing? What blew me away was to listen to the Thai people who, I guess they done their research before I came. They listened to my songs. And what's ironic, I was speaking to people that couldn't speak a lick of English, singing my songs in English.
Did they really?
They
That's
sang
Somebody
cool.
along.
prophetic. They're playing it a lot.
And it's like you're teaching people English too when you're traveling. That's amazing.
You're teaching
Right, I
them
could be
cool
a
stuff.
school teacher.
Right.
That
That's
is a
amazing.
really cool thing that you're helping them speak English through your music. That's one of the coolest things I've heard in an interview in a very long time. What
Right.
about Switzerland? What's that like?
Switzerland is a beautiful place, and I would encourage, if you've never been, please go. it's an old world kind of look to it. When you go there, there's just nothing but these beautiful mountains, the Swiss Alps and things like that. And I was fortunate enough to be staying right across from Lake Zurich, which is a beautiful, beautiful lake. It's where I actually wrote the song "Time's Catching Up to Me," which is another single that we have. And Switzerland has just been a dream come true in a sense, because the crowds are getting bigger and bigger there. We played for, I think, 4,000 people at the Trucker Fest last year.
Good for you. That's really incredible.
It's just a beautiful place, a beautiful culture, and they really love the music there. And I'm excited to say that next year, not only will I be going to Switzerland, but I'm going to be touring Milan, Italy as well. So I'm going to be going there for the first time.
And have you checked the weather?
Great,
because right now in Louisiana, you said it's been warm all through Halloween, but now it's actually chilly. So how are you planning your wardrobe? Are you looking this up? Because
Such a girl question.
When you're in another country, you have to think, like, what is it going to be like? Am I going to be prepared, or am I going to go? Do I have to go shopping when I get there?
Be sure and take a jacket, buddy.
I know. I always take a jacket.
She calls them sweaters. I'm like, I don't wear sweaters.
Y'all, when it comes to wardrobe and things like that, I'll be honest with you. I care about it on camera, and I don't care about it off camera. I think I'd borrow my wife's snow boots if I could, just to walk out there and keep going. But no.
I throw this out there. We can have floor boots right now, those furry ones. I ordered my daughter some on Amazon. I'm like, man, I really want some of those.
He likes Uggs.
Yeah.
In the winter. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, it's okay because my feet get cold.
I know. Of
so
course.
let's talk about touring and what you're doing, like on a daily basis, about your music. Where do you ever get inspiration just from the most random things? And you said, I think that hitting a song, or do you bank it in your head and maybe pull it out later?
I think I've worked both ways with it. Sometimes I get inspired immediately, and other times I'll just kind of chew on it for a while. But honestly, the songs that I love to write are the ones that come to you instantly and inspired. I can write songs about, just the simplest things, just a bird flying through the sky, But I think that's my favorite way to write, is when inspiration comes to you instantly, it just seems to flow out of you. When you bank on it for a while, you got to sit there and really try to get it out. I like the honest emotion of just, it's spontaneous, it's there, and we got it.
Yeah, the wind that came through, and you immediately knew that was your brother, no doubt about it. And some things will get you. You talk about a bird in the sky. So since you do music videos also, do you visualize what a video would look like, or do you leave that up to the director?
Like when you're writing a song?
How does that work? How you want to transpose what you meant, and then your lyrics and your music, and you want a music video? Do you give a lot of input, or do you kind of let them be creative, or how's it work?
That's a wonderful question. And the honest truth is, I'm proud to say I'm a little different from a lot of other musicians. I personally write all of my music video scripts. The director basically, he'll basically, when I write a music video script like 12 O'Clock in Texas or Let It All Burn or any of those, I'll print out the script and I'll have it emailed to not just the director, but everybody in the cast. And what's kind of cool about the music video world is what I do is, in my music video, what you're seeing is actually family and fans as the cast. I usually bring...
I was going to say, do you have any input on the actors?
I personally handpick the cast. And
wow.
I usually, what I like to do is I like to use fans who maybe they would never get a chance to be on television or on the screen.
Sure.
And give them the experience of working and being an actor in that sense. It's kind of like a little journey that I like to bring the fans along on, and they seem to really enjoy that.
That's really great. And so you're in Louisiana, and you have some Texas tour dates coming up, as well as Oklahoma. And so I know you don't want to say your favorite place, because it's always we appreciate our fans wherever they are. But do you have favorite eating places where you go, or favorite places that you like to be, or stages or anything like that? Because you've traveled so many places.
I do, and well, not Italy yet. I'm way ahead. I'm looking forward to what I'm going to eat in Italy, I guess.
That's great. Yeah, right.
In Switzerland, I'm not going to lie to you, I can't pronounce the name of the place, but I can tell you all about it. We went to a place last year, me and Florian and his family and my wife and everybody, and it's this organic restaurant where everything is outside, and it's literally on a farm, and everything is and raised right there. It's very organic. And I think that may have been the best place in Switzerland I've ever ate. I think that was just very, very wonderful.
Well, what did you eat?
Well, what I had is believe it or not, I kind of watch my diet a good bit. So I actually just had salad, and I had one of the things that they kept telling me to try over there is they kept saying Roshti. And I was like, what is that? And they finally served me this, and I found out, as funny as it sounds, it reminded me of just Waffle House hash browns. It was just potatoes.
It was just covered, man.
That's all it was. I was like, well, I get this at Waffle House. I'll just stick to the salad. And I think we had lamb as well. We had lamb over there. Really well done.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, let's tell people where they can find you, keep up with you, follow your journey, and check out your music videos, and your tour dates. Let's talk about that.
You can find anything on me at willwesleymusic.com. You'll have all of my tour dates, all of my videos. Yeah, you can find anything, basically any of my music on anywhere you stream your music, from Spotify, Pandora, Amazon. I'm there. You can find me on YouTube. You can find basically all of my music videos, and you can check out my tour dates, pics, bios, etc. at willwesleymusic.com.
All right, man.
Perfect.
Thanks so much for your time. This is TJ Cates with Nashville Entertainment Weekly, right here on Historic Music Row. I'm with.
Hi, everybody. This is Jill Sanchonez, and we have
Will Wesley. It's good to talk and see everybody this morning.
That was fun, man. It was really fun.
Thank you for being with us today.